Welcome back to Macrodosing. This is Nanodosing today. It's Tuesday, and this show is brought to you by our great friends over at Mind Bloom. That's right, Mind Bloom is the leader in at-home ketamine therapy, offering a combination of science-backed medicine with clinician and guide support for people looking to improve their mental health and well-being. Mind Bloom connects patients to licensed psychiatric clinicians to help them achieve better outcomes with lower costs, greater convenience, and an artfully crafted experience. To begin, you take Mind Bloom's online assessment, schedule a video consultation with a licensed clinician to determine if Mind Bloom is right for you. If approved, you will discuss your health history, your goals for mental health treatment with your clinician to tailor your Mind Bloom regimen. Mind Bloom is then going to send you a kit in the mail complete with medicine, treatment materials, and tips for getting the most out of your experience. After only 2 sessions, 87% of Mind Bloom clients reported improvements in depression and 85% reported improvements in anxiety. It's time to enter the next chapter in mental health and well-being. Let Mind Bloom guide you. Right now, Mind Bloom is offering our listeners $100 off your first 6-session program when you sign up at mindbloom.com/macro. Use promo code macro at checkout. Go to mindbloom.com/macro, promo code macro for $100 off your first 6-session program today. That's mindbloom.com/macro, promo code macro. Welcome back to Nanodosing. It is Tuesday. It is September 20th. This fall is rolling straight ahead for football season. Things are kicking in a high gear, and it is Tennessee week. It's officially Tennessee week on Macrodosing. How about that? Big T, how pumped are you? We're going to Knoxville, baby.
I'm very excited about that. This game, though, it's the only thing I can think about. I don't remember the last football game that was this. Like, I can't think about any other thing than this game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
the week.
This is the biggest game we've played, certainly since 2016. I'd argue before that.
Where does this rank on like your lifetime games ever?
From everything,
all sports.
From everything I understand, from like obviously the game sold out, but like we're going there. All of Barstool, the college football show, college game days there. It's gonna be like one of the biggest games ever. Like Oklahoma in 2015. The noise in there, like anybody at that game will tell you that's the loudest they've ever heard it, and it was unreal. I think this is gonna top it.
Because, I mean, this is a rivalry game right here.
Florida, they suck. We're a 10.5-point favorite. Now, it's terrifying. I'm scared shitless.
Are we sure that Florida sucks?
Well, so it depends what you mean. They're bad. They're not a good football team. Now, when they get on the field with us, something changes.
Yeah.
They have devil magic. They turn into the 85 Bears.
Throughout the record books.
So who knows how they're going to play, but they are not a good football team.
Yeah. Anthony Richardson, I thought he was going to be good. Hank thought he was going to be good. Going into last year even. He was like, hey, keep your eyes on this guy. And he played okay against Utah, right?
He played pretty well against Utah, yeah.
But then he's stunk it up for the last couple weeks.
He has no touchdown passes and 3 tackles this season.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's not what you want out of your quarterback.
No. And this is their first road game. They haven't played on the road yet.
Hostile environment.
It's going to be as hostile as you can possibly imagine.
We're checkering out, right?
Checkering Neyland. It's going to be unreal.
Is that what they're calling it? It's a checker out?
Checker Neyland. Yeah.
Checker out.
Yeah.
I'm pumped to eat gator.
Yeah.
We're going to a gator fry up.
You ever eat gator before?
I think I may have had like gator bites that like were chicken nuggets, but
it
tastes like chicken.
I've had fried gator. They said they're like smoking them, so I think it's a little.
We
bit.
get some pulled gator.
Pulled gator. Actually, Billy, I think that we had fried gator in El Paso. Not El Paso, Amarillo.
Yes, we did.
Didn't we? We got those bites.
Yes,
at the restaurant where Billy was afraid of our waitress because he thought she was cute. You were afraid of her. You were afraid to talk to her because you were like, she's going to think I'm hitting on her. It's like, no, Billy. Sometimes you have to tell a waitress your order.
We when you're on the road for so long, you don't see a woman for multiple hours. You're like sailors at sea.
Everything looks good.
Everything looks like a mermaid, a manatee, a dolphin, all mermaids.
Anything, yeah. They served me an oyster. I immediately came. I was like, oh.
Aphrodisiac. All the planets are in retrograde. Shit's getting weird. Did anyone else have a weird weekend?
All the planets retrograde?
Yeah, retrograding. Shit's out of whack right now. The internet.
So I've got This is going to be very, very sexist of me. I assume that Madeline is into astrology.
I'm not into it, but I'm not deep into it where I know the planets that are aligning into retrograde. I know.
Do you know what your like thing is?
I mean, I know I'm a Taurus.
Then you're into astrology.
Good question.
Well,
But like
Wait, do you
everyone
not-
knows what their
As a
is.
Capricorn,
You don't know?
let's
No.
find
No
out
one's
what's your
ever told you?
birthday.
No, I know.
I don't think so.
No, I know what Big T is.
If you know what mine is, you're into astrology.
What's
Well, because
what's
you and
your
I are
date?
born very close to
That's
each other.
true, actually. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you and I are in the same sign because
So-
we're born close to each other.
I think I mentioned last week that I ended up in one of those like crystal shops, and there was tons
Yeah.
of books. And I
I
was
told you guys
bored.
I do crystal, or I get the crystal thing. I'm not like a witch person. I don't get the witchcraft.
Yeah, the Wiccans are. So I read this whole thing about plants and shit, and like kind of sold me. I'm not like into it, but like all the planets are in retrograde. Some wacky shit was happening,
There's
and it's the only explanation.
there's a good I guess level of thought that girls that are into astrology and planets and stuff like that hold, where it's like if the moon can control the whole entire like oceans and the tides and everything, you think they can't control your moon?
Yeah, gravity.
Yeah, but does that mean that everybody that's born in a certain month feels the same way at the same time?
Well, like like when you receive life and enter the world for the first time, and under certain conditions, when those conditions are replicated by same cycles, might be something
So
to it. Give you more life.
So everybody that's born in December, they enter the world in the cold, and then they start feeling. They get into that pattern of every year that goes by. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It doesn't make any sense.
So there's different. Basically, think of it as a recipe. So it's not just your moon sign, which is, like you're an Aquarius. So
You are an astrology girl
because aren't you?
because you just knew that I was an Aquarius.
Well, I know
yes.
your birthday.
Yes,
But
and you knew that was an Aquarius birthday.
right.
Yeah.
But you have like your moon sign, your sun sign, your star sign, like your sun's. You have your big three, and those are different parts of your personality. And then you have like all of these different houses, which I'm not that deep into, but it's like your big three control what you appear to as others, how you feel about yourself, and like what you really are. So it's basically like that's what month you were born in, what time of day you were born, and something else. But it's basically like a concoction. So it's like, okay, I'm a Taurus sun, a Pisces moon, but an Aries rising. But you, like, we could be born on the same day, but you could be a Taurus moon and whatever, because you were born at night and I was born in the morning. So it's kind of like a concoction of like all of these signs put together. Even though we were born in the same month, we all have different like rising and stars and moons. And that makes up what people say is like your personality and how you react to things.
Got it. I still think it's bullshit, but I get it.
You can think it's bullshit. That's fine.
It's, I guess, as long as, I don't know, it's probably not harming anybody, right?
No, I mean, I think there's definitely people. I mean, there's people that take everything too
I do remember there was a coach for the French World Cup soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
This was, I don't know if it was in the most recent World Cup or the one before that. Actually, I think it was going back to like 2006. And he was basing who he was putting in his lineups on
Off their
astrology, off
Like,
astrology
again,
charts,
maybe no.
which is, it's the most French thing that I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And like, if I was in charge of any sort of athletic program, that's what the coach was doing. Like, okay, you're immediately fired for doing that.
Right.
But like, they got to the finals that year.
So
But they didn't realize that Zidane was going to headbutt somebody.
I was just looking up how they did in this World Cup.
That was the Zidane finals, right?
They went 1-2 in the group stage, but they finished in second.
Yeah.
Or 1 win, 2 draws. Sorry, not losses.
Yeah, they lost in PKs to Italia.
Gotta say, when the moon's out, moon's full, the boys buzz harder.
Is that true? Howling at the moon?
Yeah, I mean, these are facts.
The boys are buzzing.
The boys buzz harder when the moon's out.
The sin gets fuller as the moon does.
Yeah,
Okay.
just something to think about.
I will consider that, Billy, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about this weekend in Knoxville.
I'm so excited.
What type of moon?
Yeah, look up the moon.
If
That's
there's
gonna
a
be
full
important to
moon
know.
Saturday night, I mean,
Knoxville
That's-
moon.
What does the winner get? Is there a trophy?
No trophy.
There should be a trophy.
Just bragging rights.
Get Georgia.
Yeah.
They own Georgia.
I mean, we get to be 4-0, which would be pretty sick.
That'll be nice. So, yeah, we're on pace, right?
For what?
For your prediction to come true. 7 wins, maybe 8.
I think I said 8, maybe 9.
Did you?
I didn't say 7.
Okay, 8, maybe 9.
September 25th, there's a new moon.
So that means no moon.
Huh.
Dark.
Listen, if we win on Saturday,
Vibes might be bad.
I see a path to 10
Let's go.
pretty clearly.
Let's go.
I mean, Hendon was slinging it.
He was slinging.
He was launching it.
If Hendon comes out there and throws like 5 touchdowns on Saturday, you have to put him in the Heisman conversation, right?
Yeah.
The first Heisman conversation of the year.
Yeah. Who's the player? Which player got into the fist fight?
That was Jimmy Callaway. He lost his shit for a minute. That Akron, not to defend him because that was stupid as hell. He's probably suspended for. I'd be surprised if he played the rest of this season. But Akron was playing very dirty. Did you see the play they tried to kill Hendon?
I did not see that. No.
It was I'll find it and send it to you. It was a speed option, and the guy going to tackle Hendon turns his back to him, like not even trying to tackle him, and just throws himself at his knees. They're very chippy all night, and Jimmy Callaway just lost his shit and started punching the shit out of this guy.
I mean, you know how I feel about Akron football.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, they were playing a little bit dirty. Cedric Tillman got hurt. We don't know if he's playing.
You don't want to see that going into an important game against your rival.
Yeah, I DM'd you the play. Go watch it. But yeah, we should be fine. We're the better team. I hope we win the game.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it actually is throughout the record books.
No, yeah, like
Florida's owned you.
They will play the best game they play this season on Saturday. I'm certain of that. I still think we're better, but
that is a dirty play I just watched.
You see that shit?
Yeah, beat the shit out of that guy.
Literally turns his back to him. He's not trying to tackle him. He just goes straight for his knees.
Just right at the knees right there. I don't like that. I don't have any time for that. Akron, you're on my shit list.
I hate Akron more than every team in the country except like 4 now.
Hendon looks sweet in that visor too.
Yeah,
I love college football players in visors. NFL players, no, you can't do that if you're a quarterback. Because
it's a different vibe.
Never won a Super Bowl with a visor. It's never happened. Big Ben got to a Super Bowl in the year that he had the broken nose for a while.
Does Lamar wear a visor?
Lamar does
No, I think he just wears like
not.
pit vipers.
I think he wears the pit vipers on the sidelines.
Huh.
But during games, I don't think he might wear a clear one sometimes.
The new age helmet that Zeke is wearing looks trash.
Yeah, he looks like a car.
It looks awful.
He looks like an automobile.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's no buffer zone between the visor and the rest of the helmet.
Right, just a straight slant.
Yeah,
It's like a motocross helmet.
Yeah.
I see some pictures of Lamar with and some without.
I think he wears a clear helmet occasionally. He might have worn a mirrored helmet at one time during the preseason, but I don't think that he wears a mirrored helmet during the regular season.
I mean,
same with Josh Allen.
But a clear. So you're okay with a clear visor?
No, I'm not okay with that either.
Oh well, that's what it looks like he's got.
so that new helmet Elliot's wearing, it's got multiple flex plates. So the old Riddle Flex only had one in the front, and I played with that one. It's actually great because it does absorb the hits, but now they put them on both the sides and the back. So there's like when they started to put compression points in cars, so that like your car usually gets totaled, but it's much safer.
Crumple
where it crumples,
zones.
yeah, crumple zones.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that philosophy, and pretty awesome. Like helmet innovation is gonna keep this sport alive, so I'm all for it.
Okay, I like it. Shout out Riddell. I put on a helmet a couple weeks ago, and it's just astounding to me how much better the helmets are now than when I was playing football. And also we had terrible equipment at our high school, so none of the helmets fit. I was like, wow, I might have been able to actually see out of this one had they spent money on the equipment for us. I think the helmets that we had were from like the mid 80s, and that was
Like the styrofoam inside of it.
Yeah, it was bad. They were all bad helmets.
With the lining.
Yeah. So before we get into what's the beef, and Arian's about to join us in a second as well, in the news, there's some stuff in the news going on right now. The Cleveland Browns had a historic collapse. So I have to bring it up, Mad Dog, because were you in Cleveland?
No, I was at the Browns bar.
You were at the Browns bar. Okay, I saw you wearing your brown shirt.
Yeah. I saw you liked that tweet of me in
yes,
Missouri.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, because it said the Browns is the Browns on your shirt.
It did. It's a Barstool merch.
And then they just Browns it up big time. So it was a perfect shirt to be wearing during that loss. I'm sorry because I don't think I do like the Browns anymore. I like the people of Cleveland. I love Browns fans for the most part. That tailgate was a tough scene yesterday.
Oh my God. Did you see some of those?
I saw some of them. It was
bad.
shocking. It was honestly shocking.
That was a little crazy yesterday. So I was at the Browns bar yesterday. The Browns bar is huge and it's so fun and it's electric. The collapse that my day, but my emotional state had in the final minute 22 of that game. I was live tweeting it and everyone was like, since when do you live tweet Browns games? When you're in that environment, you feel like you're at the game. It was you just can't write that shit. I can't. And I was so high on Cade York last week and he stabbed me in the throat, watched me bleed out. Right. And
can you blame him though?
Ever since
that missed extra point, I can.
Yeah, but also
that would have at least sent us into overtime.
No, the Jets were playing second quarter when they faked the punt and got it. Elite.
The Jets
Garrett Wilson, elite.
The Jets were playing harder than we were, and our defense it was 11 of me up there basically.
Yeah, that was a rough last couple drives.
Myles Garrett was nowhere yesterday.
No, but he had some sacks. Myles Garrett had 9 sacks. I don't know what it is now, but there was one stat that was read during the broadcast that he had 9 sacks in the past 3 games against the Jets.
But our secondary was nowhere. It was just, and that was the whole game. The
Flacco
defense.
elite.
Oh, I know.
Joe Flacco, baby. That's what he does. He wins football games.
It was that the last minute and a half is why it's so hard to be a Browns fan, because we were up 15 and there was not a sense of enjoyment yet.
Yeah,
and it's exactly because of what happened.
Doesn't Joe Flacco's on-field demeanor crack you up though? When he doesn't have an expression. He looks like he
does things.
He looks like he's waiting on a fax to come in sometimes, just like staring at a fax machine, and that's what he looks like in the middle of a game.
It was so sad. It was so sad, and it's the Jets. And again, we both lost to elite organizations yesterday.
We did. The Detroit Lions.
Yeah. It is so sad. And I'm trying to have a positive outlook of we're not this season is kind of a toss up anyway, but that to happen is just so bad.
Yep.
It was, and against Billy, then he ratioed me.
Well, now on Thursday, you get to turn around and play again, and already all your good players are out. I think Kevin Stefanski just said that you are going to be missing Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney got hurt.
Jesse James and somebody else. Who was it?
Someone else walked off. Jadeveon Clowney, I saw.
You will be missing Jadeveon Clowney. Chase Winovich and Jesse James. So when I said all your great players, I'd really just mean
Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, Chase Winovich also. Cool hair. Jesse James, cool name.
Jesse James, cool name. And then also, Kareem Hunt had 3 touchdowns in week 1, I think. I think it was 2 or 3.
Chunt.
And again, it's just one of those things where it's what works, they immediately have to shy away from.
Yeah.
And Chubb had a great day.
You guys won that game if Chubb hadn't scored a touchdown. Arian, welcome to NANODOSing.
Hi, Arian.
Yeah, thanks for waiting on me to start, bro. I appreciate that.
It's good to see you. I had to do the ad reads right off the bat, and
fuck off.
I got a quick question for you.
Shoot.
Actually, first of all, happy Tennessee week. Happy Tennessee week, my man. Somebody went back and found in our very first episode that we did of Macrodosing, Big T said that his mission was going to be to reunite you with volunteer football. So mission accomplished.
He fucking did it. Now,
quicker than I thought.
Psyoped.
Well, as long as we're doing things we set out to do, let's get that 1K subscribers so we can get Big T high.
100K.
That's what I said. That's
what
I
right
said.
now?
1, which we have long surpassed.
What are we at now?
Oh,
24.
We're about to hit 25K.
Oh, hell yeah.
25K. Subscribe.
It's exponential.
Subscribe or don't.
No, subscribe. Get Big T high. We need to do this. It's great though. Big T kind of subtly engineered this entire podcast, like that movie, The Parent Trap, that we all love so very much. And he made it happen. He reintroduced you. So great job, Big T.
I mean, kinda. The homies always planning on getting up somewhere. That was the spot we chose.
We're going to a Tennessee-Florida game together. I consider that mission accomplished.
Just give him one flower. You don't have to give him all, but just one flower for Big T.
Give him a stem. It's good shit.
That's fine.
It's good shit.
Good job, Big T. Are you excited, Arian?
I actually am. I'm really hyped. I mean, it's gonna be fun, like seeing, like, you know, like all the staff and people that are still there, like my guy Scott, Chicken Hawk, all the cats that, you know, have been there for years. And excited to go to the game. I haven't been to a Tennessee game since I had a uniform on. But also to see my guys, man. I'm talking about, like, that's the one thing you miss about sports is the camaraderie. It's like, especially in college, it's different because, like, that's your first taste of adulthood. You get to really venture out on your own, and these are the guys that you kind of like grew up with, right? Like,
Yeah.
You figuring out, you're learning how to pay bills together. You going through first, you know, all of the stuff that we went through together. You blood, sweat, and tears. And then now they're adults, you know, they got kids. Like, you know, my daughter's about to be in high school. Like, it's crazy just to see how much everybody grown, and then we all gonna get back together. That's what I'm excited for.
You mentioned Scott, who is a guy, he works at UT. He's been there forever. And I'm not even sure what his official title is, but he just kind of like
Me neither, bro.
he's just like kind of helps run the whole program. And Arian loves him. And I was talking to somebody about him. I was like, Arian loves Scott, which is like the most ringing endorsement you could ever give anyone at the University of Tennessee, that like Arian loves them.
Yeah.
I don't hate anybody at Tennessee, but Scott is always a good dude.
He's the man.
Because when you have a lot of people like play positions of power, especially in sports and college sports, especially back then, like, you're a kid who doesn't know a lot about the world and you're getting taken advantage of. And there's not many people who are looking out for you just because they care about you. He was one of them. Like, and you just never forget that.
Well, I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. And hopefully we'll get a win out of this. Hopefully Tennessee stops Florida for the first time since 2002 and we can go home happy.
We won in 2016, and also before that was 2004, not 2002.
Sorry,
but
my mistake.
Are we going to record Saturday night?
Maybe.
I think we might have to do a little,
Because
dark
it's
panel.
either going to be, if we lose, I'm going to be the saddest I've ever been in my life.
Sad tea.
Now, if we win,
Sad
I
tea.
will be drunk with elation.
We'll either be
It will
drunk you'll either be drunk with sorrow or drunk with
Correct.
alcohol. Maybe
Correct.
both.
I will be drunk either way, emotionally separated from the win or loss, and I'm going to be extremely elated. Just a heads up, it's going to be, if we're doing it Saturday night, it's going to be Ocean's episode-esque.
Sounds
I'm going to be lit.
Sounds like it could be fun. Arian, I got a question for you because there's kind of a story coming out right now, or at least there's a video that's coming out right now, and it's about Justin Fields. So he's the quarterback on the Bears. He hasn't been off to a great start this year. He looks super, super defeated in a lot of his press stuff that he does. Like, well, defeated might be one way to put it, but also like checked out, maybe doesn't want to be there, doesn't enjoy talking to the media, which I don't blame him for at all. Like that's something that probably a lot of athletes go through. But they asked him about the Bear fans, that like if he feels bad for Bears fans, and he said it hurts in the locker room. It doesn't really hurt me to think about Bears fans because Bears fans aren't putting in work. Like, they're not out here grinding. We're in the locker room. My guys are in the locker room, and it's tough with that. I understand what he's saying and why he cares about the people that he goes to work with and that he's around every day and that put in the work with him. But also, I feel like somebody should be there to tell him, like, you can't say that shit out loud, to the fans. Is that something that you had to figure out how to balance when you got to the league? Because I assume that when you get drafted by a team, you're not immediately like, oh, I fucking love Houston Texans fans. Like, you guys are my favorite people in the world. It takes a while to build that relationship, right?
I've always had an interesting relationship. And it's just a tough dynamic when you're young. Like, what is he, like 23, 24, 25, something like that?
I think he's like 22 maybe. He's still pretty young.
it's super young, especially you have money, you have fame and notoriety, and you have to carry yourself in a way that is quote unquote becoming. And so like my relationship like with the fans was always like love and hate, right? Like when I was with Tennessee, like they love you when you're high and they hate you when you're low. The best advice I give to people is just don't read your press either way. It sounds like he's reading his press. He's reading what people are saying about him. He's reading into the expectations that are upon him, which is normal and natural, and it's hard not to because everybody Googles themselves. Everybody wants to know what people think about them, and you'll see through athletes, and they're like LeBron's a good example of this. He had that quote when he was on The Shop, and he admitted like when he was going through the high school process and even all the way up into Miami, like he really cared about what people thought about him. Like he cared. And then there just comes a point where you're like, who gives a fuck? Like why should I give a fuck with these people who don't know me? Like, think about me. And then that becomes over time, if you grow enough into it, that becomes, they don't really mean it, you know? Like we all argue like barbershop shit, like, right? Like this is my top 5 point guards or this is my top 5 running backs of all time. It's like barbershop talk, right? We all talking shit and we're passionate about it. But at the end of the day, we don't really give a fuck. Like I don't care. I don't want to wish bad on that man. And once you disassociate that from it and the ill intent from people's words, like they don't really mean it, then it's just like, okay, you just accept it as it is. But to me, it sounds like he's in the middle of that stage where he's reading his press clippings and he's starting to take personally about what people say about him, which is natural, but it's hard to unlearn that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of professional athletes, they probably have a very confused feeling when they first enter the leagues and they're all of a sudden in the big spotlight. They're in a brand new city and some people are talking shit about it. Some people are applauding them. And you don't have like a connection with that city. You don't have anything to do with it besides the fact that you got drafted to play sports there. And so it can be tough for them to like build a relationship with the fans or even understand like why should I even care about the fans, because you know they don't have anything to do with how I do my job, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think a lot of athletes probably feel that way. They don't really say it out loud because it's not a good idea to alienate because fans, if they hate you, they can definitely make your life a lot harder by the way that they treat you and all the talk that goes around with it and all the storylines that will come out after that. But yeah, it's tough to see him because he looks like he's not having a good time. And we're not having a good time, then all sorts of stuff can just fall out of your mouth by mistake, or you don't think about things before you say them, and then that actually ends up sending you to a much worse spiral.
Yeah, that's what you want to avoid. You want to avoid creating martyring yourself. You don't want to be villainized because of the things that you said, right? Like they'll do that to you for you. Don't worry about it. Just they'll be a lot more lenient if you're a lot more accepting and loving of them, no matter how outrageous and ridiculous they are. You know, but it is a one-sided relationship because as I always tell you, the press they had, you know, they buy ink by the barrel. You can never outdo the press. You can never out fan the fans because Father Time will get the best of you eventually, and you'll one day not be very good. That's just how the circle of life is, and so. It's best, like I said, man, it's just best to disassociate yourself with it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any other line of work besides athletes that requires such intense scrutiny on merit-based achievement and as much like dissection and criticism?
Actors.
But they're not performing on a week-by-week basis.
And it might not be merit-based either. Like you can have somebody can have a bad performance in a movie, and it can be a shitty movie, and fans will still love them afterwards. Like Tom Cruise has put out a bunch of really bad movies, but people still like him and they still hire him.
Whoa! What bad movies?
All right, you're gonna make me go to back up my bold statements here.
Yeah, bad movies?
I mean,
okay,
I watched a really bad Mark Wahlberg movie earlier, and I don't.
Are you sure it's Mark Wahlberg?
Yes, this is Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, so this is gonna be tough because I haven't seen some of these movies, and I'm assuming that they're bad.
You can't do that.
Jack Reacher, is Jack Reacher bad?
Edge of Tomorrow was supposedly very, very bad. The one, it was like a may have been low key a Scientology.
Oh yeah, that's right. Edge of Tomorrow, The Mummy, Rock of Ages,
I haven't seen that one.
War of the Worlds sucked.
You're both. Stop it. No, it did not.
One of these movies sucked. Magnolia or Vanilla Sky, one of those two sucked.
Vanilla Sky didn't suck.
Okay, then it's Magnolia. That one was bad. Eyes Wide Shut, trash.
What was Eyes Wide Shut?
That's the
about?
one where he just like made a movie about fucking his wife.
What's the one where Stanley Kubrick's involved?
Eyes Wide Shut, I think.
That's the one where it's like there's some weird
Sex stuff.
cult stuff.
Yeah, it's like sex cult stuff.
Huh.
Written by Stanley Kubrick, directed by Stanley Kubrick. A Manhattan doctor embarks on a bizarre night-long odyssey after his wife's admission of unfulfilled longing.
How do they end up with an orgy scene?
I don't know. They all wear like masks and stuff.
Huh.
It might be like that song if you like Pina Coladas. You know, that's the plot to that song.
Yeah.
Kind of a sneaky, dirty song. I think the wife tries to cheat on the husband by writing a ad in the personal section of the newspaper, and then the husband tries to cheat on his wife by answering a personal section ad, and then it turns out that they were looking for each other the whole time, so they end up cheating on each other with each other.
So those are probably two people who are meant for each other. I heard a similar story about a guy who was with his high school girlfriend, and he was in love with her and didn't want her to ever leave, so he started poking holes in his condoms to get her pregnant. And then like 20 years later, they had a kid out of wedlock. They got married. They have a great relationship. And then one day he admitted it, and she goes, "That's okay, because I was never actually taking birth control either." And
Oh,
so
wow.
like, two people who just try to baby trap each other. And
Interesting.
they had no idea.
That's-
So two people were meant for each other, like those pina colada people.
That's the most
Is that
romantic thing
romantic?
I've ever heard. Yeah.
That's the most like weird.
That shit.
It also
Toxic, bro. What?
Yeah, it's just like it shows that their conversation, like their communication, could probably use a little bit work.
Yeah.
Yo, to deceive somebody into having a baby is one of the lowest things.
But then also have the other person also trying to deceive you.
Yeah. Goes both ways.
You belong in that shit show.
Yeah.
That's this.
Well, the same with the pina colada people.
Before we get into what's the beef today, have a couple other things I want to get to. We didn't talk about this last week. The My Pillow guy got arrested by the FBI,
No,
I
so
believe-
psych. I didn't see this.
or he got his phone confiscated. They raided the My Pillow guy
What's
last
his
week.
They
name?
surrounded
Mike
him-
Something?
Mike Lindell, I think.
They surrounded him at that was why Arby's was trending?
No, at a Hardee's.
At a Hardee's.
At a Hardee's restaurant. Not a
That's-
Carl's Jr. It was at a Hardee's.
Good breakfast at Hardee's, subpar lunch and dinner.
Yeah, it's about the most average fast food that you can get, but the breakfasts
Good
are
biscuits.
pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, Hardee's, when I went out west and I went to I think it was Carl's Jr.'s or Hardee's, it like overperformed my expectations, whereas In-N-Out underperformed.
Yep.
So I was walking away from, I think Carl's Jr. is better than In-N-Out.
That's just not true.
I know,
Come
but
on.
it's just,
Yes.
I mean,
Carl's Jr. is like a glorified Burger King.
look,
Are we talking shit on Burger King right now?
No, I think Burger
Yeah,
King's
I am.
good.
I am. Burger King has fell.
Talk that
the
smoke.
fuck off.
It did fall off.
For sure,
I think it's
fell
gotten
off.
better
Used to
recently,
be
though.
Fire, dog. Burger King is just it's dry. I've tried it multiple times. It's just dry.
I'll give Arian that. They did fall off. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying Carl's Jr. is on the level of Burger King. I think In-N-Out is definitely way better than that.
so I think Wendy's
okay
got
with
a
that.
ton of like investment money to revamp all their stores about 7 years ago when I was in high school, and all these new awesome Wendy's opened up. Burger King needs that type of financial injection.
Yeah, they need
Resurgence.
a rebranding.
Yeah.
Did I tell y'all I had a new fast food burger enter my number one space? Did I share that?
I would love to hear it.
It's Shake Shack.
Oh.
Shake Shack's burger.
Yeah,
Shake
it's the
Shack's
best.
It's my new
so
number one.
Great
good.
It's my
establishment.
new number one.
So I remember when growing up in New York, Shake Shack was always like, you'd go to Shake Shack because there was only one. It was downtown. And you go to
And you used to go by yourself.
Yes, I was
when
9
you were
years
8.
old. Go to Shake Shack, and it was a really great burger. But I think the quality has gone down with the franchising. That's just my opinion.
Speaking of good burgers, Whataburger's pretty good. It's a good time to
Oh yeah,
do a little.
Whataburger. You know how Whataburger starts with a W and has a W logo? Well, we flipped it upside down. And
Made
made a
it our own.
Macrodosing logo. So check it out.
But it's not the Whataburger logo.
It's not. It
It's
just looks
a
like
thing we came up with
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's just somebody pointed that out. I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy.
that has nothing to do with Whataburger.
Absolutely
Or any other
nothing.
licensed trademark by the U.S. Patent Office.
I really, really do enjoy Shake Shack burgers though, and their chicken sandwiches are delicious.
Good Chicken Shack. Yep.
Chicken nuggets are so good. There.
I haven't had their nuggets yet.
So-
That's next on the list.
So good.
Their fries are pretty decent. They've got the crinkle cut fries.
Yep.
See, that's where they're not bad, but they're not good either. Shake Shack fries are the definition of mid.
Yeah.
It's mid. It's a 5.
They're
they're
no, I
fine.
don't like that
I
take.
think that's a bad
I
take.
like crinkle fries.
Mm-hmm.
Crinkle fries, when done properly, are awesome. I don't think theirs are the best.
Their shakes are really good.
They're mid.
too.
They're not bad.
They are the Shake Shack.
The burgers are elite, though. We got that down.
I think Five Guys might be better.
Yeah, but Five Guys is like $20,000 to get a burger.
I know, so is Shake Shack.
They're all fine.
All right. All burgers are created equal.
They're all totally fine. So Mike Liddell, he got arrested.
PFD's like, I want to talk about Mike Liddell. Fuck this fast food.
No, I'm just.
What are we, busting with the boys?
I don't know what what's gonna happen to the My Pillow guy. Like that's tough. I hope he's okay. I hope.
Hopefully he doesn't get back on the stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
He's gonna get back on the hard stuff. And what if he wears a wire? What if they have him install a wire into one of his pillows that he then sells to Donald Trump?
Imagine if it was like, hey, the vaccine wasn't implanting chips in you. The My Pillow pillows are.
It would actually
Should we start a conspiracy?
It'd be a great move if you're China to just turn the My Pillow guy into a spy, and then have him, because I think he sells his My Pillows to Mar-a-Lago, to all those rooms. Have him put wires in every single pillow in Mar-a-Lago, and now the Chinese government is listening. That's what they should. Spy Pillow is what it should have been. It's a rebrand for him.
It's honestly genius because when you think about your pillow, nobody unzips like the inside of the pillow. Nobody looks inside there.
I actually got in trouble when I was little. My mom got a Tempur-Pedic pillow, and I was so fascinated with Tempur-Pedic stuff that I opened it up and found the foam, and then I ripped it up.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I would have found the wire, but I just remember that because I got in a lot of trouble.
You're like a dog that just chews stuff up. Oh no, you can't leave any shoes out because Billy will get and just pop all the air bubbles on him.
Oh, God.
Well,
Yeah. So, anyways, thoughts and prayers to that guy. I hope he's okay. And then
Oh,
there's
fuck that guy.
there's new chemicals that have been found on the moon. Have you guys read that story yet?
what are their impacts on their frogs?
Send the article to the group.
New moon chemicals. What are their impacts on the frogs?
How do the
it sounds
frogs
like-
swing on the moon?
What are you talking about, Billy?
There's chemicals in the water.
Or maybe not chemicals, but new minerals.
Were they saying that there was evidence of biological matter?
I don't know. They just found the Chinese government found something new. on there.
Oh, they probably put them there.
You think so?
It was probably
What?
All right, what, Billy?
What, Billy?
You know how you like open something up, like a package that was made in China, and you get that smell?
Yeah.
That's the chemicals they found on the moon.
Oh, the package smells.
Yeah, from their lunar rovers.
Okay, this is from the New York Times. Chinese scientists recently announced their discovery of a new lunar mineral among samples collected from the moon during a mission 2 years ago, adding to the body of knowledge of the Earth satellite that had been the focus of earlier space exploration. The scientists found a single crystal of a new phosphate mineral that they have named Changsite Y, while analyzing particles of lunar basalt or hardened fragments of lava. The discovery was announced last Friday and was connected to their most recent mission. So Changsite Y is a brand new mineral, is what they're saying that they found. And I read that they hadn't brought back any new space rocks, any new moon rocks since like 1970, Like the U.S. government just kind of gave up on analyzing stuff that was on the surface of the moon, but China picked up on it. So China just took it back. Now we did plant our flag on the moon, right? Allegedly.
One of the dumbest things in the world.
So the moon.
That's not even in this world. Holy shit.
The moon belongs.
Dumb idea.
It belongs to us, though, right? Because we put our flag in it.
That's so stupid.
And so aren't all these rocks our property too?
Yeah, we got there
take
first.
The moon, bro. That's like some Gru from Despicable Me shit.
Finders keepers. Finders keepers. There was no one there before us. It wasn't like America. We got there first.
We didn't find the moon.
We got to it first.
That's what I'm saying, but keep Earth shit on Earth. Keep this stupid property rights on Earth, bro. You can't have the moon. Fucking weirdos, man.
You know what?
God.
You know what was kind of wild? I was looking at pictures from, I think, Venus. There was like a rover on Venus.
Yeah.
And then I started going down a rabbit hole of looking at pictures of like the rovers on the ground on these different planets. And I was just like, holy shit, there's actually nothing out there. And then it reminded me of like, you know, when you're playing video games and you like, it glitches out and you end up in like one of the weird places that like wasn't really designed.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't in the coding and there's just nothing there, but like the ground and sky are still working, and then there's like gray, just like the buffering zones. And I was like, that's space.
That's what space is like.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's buffering.
I actually think that Venus, low key, may be the coolest looking planet.
Planet of
yellowish tint.
Bonk.
It's got the gases on there. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool, swirly. I think Saturn gets a lot of love in the mainstream media, but for my money, I'm a Venus boy.
See, I'm gonna go either Neptune because of how blue it looks. It reminds me of a Pandora. You know what I mean?
I also like
reminds me of
Neptune.
Neptune or Jupiter, man. How like gassy it is. The colors would be fire, bro.
Yeah, the red spot. Red spot's pretty sick too.
That's a big ass hurricane, though.
Yeah.
It's a hurricane that's been going for like, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands. I don't know how long.
Yeah, we should rank all the planets just based on how they look.
Mars is pretty well. Like
I think Mars is mid.
I know it's mid. It looks like Tatooine and just a desert, but it's just like, because the new rover pictures, like you can imagine yourself standing there and like, just like, you know how spooky it is to think that there's just that rover out there alone,
Yeah.
just chilling.
I think Mercury is trash. I think
Yeah, it's low key a moon. That shit's I'm
Surface
down
of
with that.
Mercury.
Fuck
Saturn
Mercury.
has tons of moons.
Saturn is cool. Earth is pretty good.
Mercury looks like a
I don't think I'm
half-assed
being a
moon.
homer on that one either. I actually think that
Yeah,
Earth is beautiful.
Oh,
Good color scheme.
It does
Yeah.
look. It does look pretty dope, man.
Yeah, Earth
I
is
can't even
number
hate
one.
on Earth. Like
One
that.
of one, yeah.
Okay, Saturn is pretty cool. I'm not saying that Saturn's not cool. I'm just saying like it gets all the love in the mainstream media. But Saturn,
The rings, dog.
I get it.
It's got the chip. It's got the chips. You know what I mean? It's been to the dance.
Yo, surface of Pluto. Surface of Pluto, pretty icy, but kind of gives off a good aesthetic.
no, I don't like Pluto. Pluto's
Look
a
up
rock.
Pluto.
But Pluto's not a planet.
I
dog.
know it's not a
Pluto's
planet, but I just wanted to check it out. It kind of, like if you look up surface of Pluto, the aesthetic is pretty freaking wild.
Neil deGrasse Tyson gonna bust in and remind your ass. He's gonna walk in the door.
I'll go
like,
toe-to-toe.
man.
He doesn't believe in aliens. Fraud.
Uranus is just straight up. It's nothing.
Uranus surface. I think it's all gas.
Uranus is plain.
It's just gassing up,
Yeah,
gassed up
just
Uranus.
looks like an eyeball. With no,
Yeah, I don't think we
no
put
iris.
anything there.
Okay, so if we're power ranking, I'm gonna go.
Cool.
I'm gonna go number 1, Earth.
Uh-huh.
Can we say that? Can we say Earth
Yeah,
is number 1?
101, yeah.
We're talking about aesthetics.
Yeah, just strictly from a beauty standpoint.
I'm okay with that.
I like Earth number 1. What are we doing number 2? Jupiter or Venus?
I gotta go. I mean,
Or Neptune.
listen, man.
Why are we ruling out Saturn
got-
for number 2?
Yeah, we gotta go Saturn number 2.
Jupiter
He's-
kinda
he just-
sucks.
He just thinks it's pumped up because of the rain, but it's for a
pretty
reason
big.
that Saturn
Yeah,
is
that's cool.
heralded, bro. That shit is gorgeous, bro.
Okay, so Saturn 2.
Jupiter might be my dead last. What are we talking about Jupiter?
Last?
What do you mean? Look at what?
Take a look at Jupiter.
I'm looking at it.
Bruh.
Yeah, what are our thoughts on
Look at
rings?
all those different color. It looks like a jolly. What are them? Jolly.
It
Rancher?
looks like a shitty recreation of the Houston Astros jerseys from the 70s.
Jawbreaker. That's what. Remember
the
those
jawbreaker.
jawbreakers you used to lick on forever? It looks like
Marbles.
a beautiful jawbreaker, bro.
So Saturn, I'm not a fan of rings.
I think it's a cool looking planet.
I don't like rings.
You don't like rings on a planet?
I don't like rings on a planet.
Well, then you don't
I don't
like,
like the aesthetic.
Then you don't like Neptune or
No.
Uranus,
No,
or doesn't Jupiter have rings?
I think it's too.
No.
Try hard.
I'm pretty
Or
sure.
maybe small.
I'm pretty
maybe
sure Jupiter
small.
has like small rings.
It's like rolling up in a
Yeah.
Ferrari, and it's just like, who the fuck is this guy?
Venus has got to be 3, right? I would think so.
Oh,
I
so
think
it's
it
not
might
that
be.
you don't like rings on a planet. You hating on rings on a planet.
I'm a hater.
It's too flashy for
They're
Billy.
stunting on it.
Yeah. So who the fuck is this guy pulling up in his $250,000 car? What? a dick.
Yeah.
It's too flashy for Billy's taste. Billy-
Saturn's probably
Billy says,
an
"Give me,
Andrew Tate fan.
give me an old school throwback planet,
Yeah.
not one of these new look at me."
Give me
Hip-hop
just rocks. Give me something
Pick
like
me
Mars.
planets.
Mars is a gritty ass planet. I just want some just basic, get it done rocks on the surface, no gas, like no rings,
It's like the Chevy Silverado.
no
of planets.
moons, no moons. Does Mars have moons?
Billy thinks Saturn is compensating for something.
Yeah. Yeah, Mars
Secure
moons.
planet.
Mars has like 5 moons. Saturn has way too many moons. I just want like a small circle guy. That's the thing.
Classic planet.
Yeah, like just keeps it, Oh, do we have life?
Also,
Maybe.
That's kind of bullshit. We only have one moon. That shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that,
I kind of like that
I just-
because
I just feel like we should have more than one moon.
but we're
man.
good. We're
but
good.
We get to focus all our energy on that one moon.
Monogamy.
No, obviously not. We haven't been back since the 70s.
That's true.
No,
That's
no,
true.
Monogamy. We're just one-on-one with the moon.
Yeah, we were talking about astrology earlier, and how like the moon affects certain parts of our everyday life, like the tides and all that. Arian, do you believe in astrology at all?
Man, no,
Dude, has some weird shit been happening to you lately? Because all the planets are in
not at
retrograde.
all. Everything has been exactly normal.
Dude, some weird ass shit's been happening.
I was actually having a conversation with my mom. My mom believes that shit.
And she thinks
She believes that shit. And like, she cannot, like, we got like a legit argument. Like, I was mad at her, but like, we were literally like, dog, no, like, I was like that kind of argument. It's just crock of shit. And really, people believe this shit. It's so bothersome.
Dude,
I'm open though. Convince me.
Mad Dog?
Arian. I understand. I'm not. Look, I try to convince you guys, I think, on a lot of things. This is one thing I'm not trying to convince you on. If you don't want to believe it, I get it. But there are so many planets that align when you're born that it's like a recipe for Arian or a recipe for PFT.
the atmospheric
Recipe.
impacts. Yeah.
Yeah. And it creates, and I'm not saying like it creates your whole entire personality, but I definitely align with some people better than I do others, and they maybe happen to have similar birthdays. That's all I'm saying.
So, but by that logic, wouldn't you then get along with everybody who had similar birthdays? And if not, that would void the entire thing.
Well, because
Good point,
sometimes the
good point.
recipes don't mix.
Sometimes recipes don't mix because there's
What
more
does
than
that
just
mean?
one. So there's more than just one sign that you're assigned to. So
Mm-hmm.
your sign, you would be
I'm a Virgo.
and I was gonna say you just had your birthday. So you're a Virgo, but then there's also like your rising and your moon and your star. Like I was just saying to them earlier, like there's so many other things that lie beneath, and there's houses and there's factions and everything that also creates something. So there's a lot of alignments happening, but like there's one sign, I won't say what it is. There's one sign that I can't interact, like men who are this certain sign, I can't deal with.
What's that?
Not gonna say it.
Taurus,
Nope.
Aries.
No.
The crab.
I don't know. I think that's a
God.
Cancer, and I
Cancer.
Cancer men have a bad rap, but it's not them. I'll say it off camera to you guys, but I've had bad experiences with these types of men, and
Gemini.
Are you afraid of getting sued by like whoever?
Gemini.
no, but if I say who it is, then it kind of gives it away. And do you
What
remember,
do you mean gives it away?
Do you remember how you wanted to know who my enemies were?
Yeah.
Same Same person.
I'm pretty sure at this point, Mad Dog's enemies know who they are.
Yeah, probably. But I don't.
And if they don't know who they are, that means you're kind of fake.
No, they know. They
So
know.
then who cares?
Okay, Aries men.
Aries men. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it.
And what month is that?
That's March 20th to April 20th.
Okay.
Not me.
So none of you are that.
None of us.
You just alienated
I know everyone's gonna be up in my DM.
1/12 of the Maddie
8%.
Sims out there.
8% of, well, I guess 4% because
Actually, Arian,
I thought it was 12. There's how many?
right.
how many
If it's
times
a
is it?
12th, that would be 8%, but then it's half because it's only men. So 4%
I
of
might
our
have,
audience, she just alienated.
I might have to
potential
cut
we
that.
just we just talking
can't
about
lose
the Maddie
listeners.
Sims. So just the guy.
That's true.
That's
So,
actually
so
gonna-
8% of the men.
It's going to
8.5.
make them like her more. Knowing that she hates
You
them.
might be right. Actually,
Yeah.
It's like a
But-
spite
She was
thing.
like, "Oh, I'm about to show her why Aries men are."
Besides,
whatever.
my brother and
Yeah.
my dad are both Aries, and they're fine.
so
They're good.
Do you not get along with? That's my point.
But they're my
What do you
family.
mean?
No, Arian. Obviously, I don't get along with like my brother all the time, but he's
They're
blood.
fine. You said they're fine.
I was-
They're fine. They're fine from this.
I was taking pictures of random funny books in this like crystal place I was at, and this was one of them. I'll send to the group.
This crystal place you were at.
Yeah, and it was Arian. If you want that book, I can get it.
You know, I think I'm gonna pass, man.
The book is called.
It was just so ridiculous the types of books they had in here.
Oh, this is a great book. Sensual Astrology for the African American Man.
Everything you
Hell
need to
yeah.
know about your woman through her sun sign.
I mean, I think you got to buy this book.
No one has ever accused S.R. Covington of being too vague.
I was just like, what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
That'd be funny just to like when like if Billy dies and you go through his library and this book is in there.
That'd be awesome.
I was about to buy it, but I was like, where's the book for me?
Would you have felt embarrassed buying it?
Oh, look at this. You're even woke in astrology, huh?
I had a buddy that I was gonna buy it for. He's having little girl problems,
Oh, okay.
but
Is he black?
yeah, I thought it
That'd
was a good
have been funny if he wasn't.
but anyway,
Elon Musk. You were buying it for Elon.
yeah.
We're gonna do what's the beef in a second. You guys want to do what's the beef?
Yeah.
Oh, we got some. Yeah, let's get it.
Someone has beef with PFT. They just said.
Let's go. It's brought to you by Shady Rays. I'm rocking my Shady Rays right now. Going to be wearing our Shady Rays this weekend. It's going to be sunny in Knoxville, Tennessee, won't it?
Beautiful weather, 80 degrees.
Bring your Shady Rays out. I actually just got a tweet from somebody that said that they lost their Shady Rays at a wedding. They went to the Shady Rays website. It took them like 3 clicks, and they got a new pair sent to them from Shady Rays because they have that lost replacement service at Shady Rays. If you break them, if you lose them, they send you a new pair. That's fantastic to hear. That's the Shady Rays difference. They offer an industry best combination of fit, style, and performance without the big brand price tag, and it doesn't stop at quality. They do have that insane protection program. Every pair is backed by lost and broken replacements. So if you lose or break them, even on day one, they will send you a brand new pair. If you don't love them, you can exchange your Shady Rays for a new pair, or you can return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back. They're great sunglasses. I wear Shady Rays every single day. Go to shadyrays.com. Use code MACRO. They're doing their best deal of the year. When you use promo code MACRO at shadyrays.com, you get 50% off. That's half off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. This is the biggest discount that they offer. Shadyrays.com. Use promo code MACRO for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Okay, let's get into what's the beef. Let's find some beef. Let's go beef hunting.
Yeah. So crypto's crashing again. So let's see if there's any crypto bros.
Do you want to throw out what we thought we were going to do Wednesday for an episode?
Oh yeah. Do you guys want to do episode on Enron on Wednesday
Yeah.
My favorite
Yeah.
corporation.
to come out Thursday? Enron.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
All right. So little homework assignment. Watch The Smartest Guys in the Room,
Where do you watch it at?
the documentary. That's a good question. Your television
Thank you.
or your laptop or your
Dick.
iPad.
But what's On what streaming device?
I'm looking it up right now. The Smartest Guys in the Room, 2005 film. You can watch it on Hulu, it looks like.
I don't get it, bro. I pay like $70 for this Hulu subscription,
No way.
and I keep getting ads.
Yeah, there's so many ads.
I thought you.
But it's like I pay to not get the ads, and they keep giving me ads, and I'm like, but I'm not gonna get rid of it because that's the only place I watch like live sports. Like it's great for that, but I don't have it like a cable network, so like, they got me. But fuck.
All right, I'm going to look and
Yeah,
see if it's also available on other services here.
So I also just recently got NFL Plus, which turns out gives you access to 0 NFL games and just allows you to replay them later.
Yeah, you can replay them, but also you can watch preseason games. That's why I got it.
I was like, what?
That was huge. That was huge for a moment. Yeah. What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Who we got? Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, my voice is bad because I was at a music festival all weekend. But I have beef with you, PFT.
Okay, who am I talking with? Who is this?
This is Mr. Money Loser from the Discord channel.
Mr. Money Loser. All right, what's your beef?
So my beef, this is a months-old issue. I forget which episode it was, but several months ago, Big T asked if anybody had donated to any politicians. And you said you think you may have donated to Obama in 2008, but that was it. Individual contributions are searchable on the FEC's website.
Oh, let's go.
Yes!
Let's go. Okay.
Yes, this
Okay.
rocks.
Okay.
The guy
you
brought the
donated.
receipt.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
did.
I honestly don't remember, so thank you for bringing it. Who is it? I might be a little bit. I'm worried now.
How many
actually.
Democrats we talking?
So it's only one person. He donated twice to that person. Bernie Sanders in 2016
Let's go.
and in
Let's
2020.
Okay, let's
fucking
go.
go.
There we go. Okay.
So
Let's
how did you
fucking
not
go.
remember donating to Bernie Sanders
PFT
twice?
is a Bernie bro.
Oh.
Let's
No.
fucking go.
PFT. Bernie
So you
Wait,
helped.
2020 donation was several $100s.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
So like,
I honestly did not remember that, but thank you for I was nervous for a second. I was like, who is he going to say? Did I donate to like Rick Perry when I was in Texas? Did I donate to Hillary Clinton? So, all things being equal, I'm actually okay with that. I'm fine with that.
so you helped get Trump elected.
I personally helped get Trump elected. But yeah,
Little psyop.
I'm fine with that. I think most people, regardless of where you stand, you know that Bernie Sanders kind of has a consistent platform on many of the issues.
Yeah.
So-
I'm also a Bernie bro, so I'm not mad at you for donating to Bernie. I just wanted to get the truth out there.
Okay, thank you for informing me. I had honestly forgotten about that.
What website is that? I gotta do some research myself.
Just search FEC individual contributions search.
Did it have my donation back in like 2008 to Obama on there too? I think it was $20.
No, I didn't see anything from you from 2008. I only saw the Bernie donation.
What's it called?
I might not go back that far.
Okay.
But I'm not certain.
F what?
FEC, Federal Election
FEC,
Commission.
Federal Elections Committee.
Bro, let's fucking go, Mr. Money Loser.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's it. That's all I had for you guys.
That was great.
Okay, thank you. Good beef.
Yep. Have a good one.
Take care, man.
Thank you.
Wow.
That was some good beef.
That dude did his research. Brought the
It
receipts.
was actually your brother, though, not you.
Yeah, that's true. That was
R.I.P..
That was Eric Sullenberger that
Yeah.
made those donations, not me.
Need
Different
that,
guy.
need that air horn soundboard right now. Let's fucking go.
So be honest. Be 100%
Yeah.
honest. Do you not remember that at all?
I didn't remember that.
That was only 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Like 2020 was a weird fucking time.
No,
I guess.
no. He said I thought he said 2000.
16 and 20.
And 20.
So I guess in 2016 I donated some money, but then in 2020 I donated. He said several $100s.
Yeah, like how do you not
That's
remember that?
because he's too rich. I don't not remember any several $100 purchase I've made in the last 3 years.
Kind of ironic that I was giving Bernie
Oh man.
my rich man's money.
Oh
Yeah.
man. I looked up my own name.
Probably
and-
bought another house with it, huh, Big T?
Yeah. They bought him off.
Yeah.
He got complicit in the capitalistic system, and he just loved it.
He loved capitalism, so he's like, God damn, I love this house.
Damn.
This house is so good, I'm gonna get another one. No, I actually, so when it comes to Bernie Sanders, I actually do think that the stuff that he promotes, by and large, and his policies are the most favorable for the vast majority of Americans. For people that every American thinks that they're going to be a billionaire one day, that they're going to be a CEO, and that they're going to be, in charge of massive amounts of wealth, personally. And that's just not the case for 99.9% of Americans. I think that Bernie's policies benefit those people way more than any Democrat out there, and way more than any Republican out there. So I'm glad I gave the man some money. I'd do it again. And he's a good person too, I think.
He's not running ever again.
No, he's too old.
Yeah.
He's too old.
Is he older than Biden?
Probably about the same age.
I don't think so though. I think Biden maybe got him for by 4 or 5 years. Something like that.
Older? Oh. I still
He also had a heart attack when he was running last time too. They tried to
Bernie
sweep
Sanders?
that little. Yeah, they tried to sweep that one under the rug. But
He's 81.
Yeah.
He's
That's
81 right now. That's
really old.
too old.
Both of them were for several $100s.
Oh, you looked it up.
Big T wants the receipts too.
How much?
$250 and $270.
Oh, okay. What happened? I wonder why I donated the extra $20 the next time.
New contract. I guess.
Because that's funny, man. I wonder if I did. I did.
There is also someone with a very similar name to yours who has donated to the RNC.
Similar name to mine.
Mm-hmm. Same name, just spelled differently.
Huh, when was that?
2008. Did you ever live in Louisiana?
I did not live in Louisiana.
You have lived in Texas, though. I think this donation may have also been you to an organization called Act Blue. Sounds like something you'd back.
So Act Blue that's a fundraising. It's like a piece of software that a lot of different politicians and nonprofit organizations use. It was developed, I think, by the DNC, but it's like PayPal. So if you set up your own nonprofit, Big T, and you want somebody to be able to give you money online, then you can use that software service, and you pay them 0.5% or something like that.
Although this guy did live in Texas, but it was in 2016, so I don't think you lived in Texas then.
No. What was that? How much was it for?
$50.
Okay. I did live in Texas for a little bit.
Yeah.
In 2016.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was your employer freelance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then this is probably you.
So I donated to some nonprofit there, $50.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Cool.
didn't work here in 2016?
I started here in
That was
March,
like when it started.
March of 2016.
Yeah.
I moved to New York in June of 2016.
Okay, yeah, so that's probably you.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
The royal unit was at the Queen's funeral.
Sure was.
If you guys aren't...
Wait, I want to see, Big T, can you look up if Billy Football has donated anything?
No, we're not doing that on
I
air.
can.
I'm joking. There's nothing there.
Hang on one second.
Look it up.
It's about to be the end of macrodosing right now. Once we unveil
He's
all of our
donated to
political-
the National Communist Party.
Let's fucking go.
No, I was just saying that he hasn't yet.
I'm a psyop.
No, I was a joke. I know.
I'm a
Hey, see if I did. I highly doubt it.
I already looked it up. I didn't see anything for you.
You have to change the dates though,
Oh, yeah.
because the dates it gives are only like this year. 1 second.
All those super PACs that I was just
You'll be
sending
shocked.
checks to.
You'll be shocked to know that this government website doesn't run very efficiently.
My 9-year-old self was really big into political organizations and donating, so I'd be walking around New York with money donating to candidates.
That wouldn't have shocked me a little bit if
Going
that was
around seeing movies, ordering Shake Shack burgers, and donating to political campaigns. Billy was active, baby.
Arian, it does not appear, and Ariana Foster has donated to every Democratic organization in the book.
Definitely not me, guy.
Now let's look up Billy.
Huh. You'll just...
I thought I might have donated to Bernie. Maybe I just never too lazy.
I have a maybe. Is this a lib take? I don't think this should be searchable.
Oh,
At under like $10,000.
yeah.
Yeah, because then when they find out who you donated to,
Cumulative or
when they start going
Sure,
after,
even that maybe like $10,000 over like 10 years or something, 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah, what did my 500 and what? Well, I guess
520.
520. My $520. What did that do?
ate that nigga a nice steak dinner.
I mean, when they start,
I like to picture Bernie getting like my statement. It comes through it. He picks up his phone and he gets like an alert from Bank of America that PFT's $500 have come through, and he immediately just like puts it all on the Bucks.
I mean, when they start looking for political dissidents, and they have all these records.
They got a list. Yeah. So I mean, from a right wing or a conservative standpoint, if the purge comes and I'm on a list for donating to Bernie, I feel like would I be shot first, or would they be like, Bernie's cooler than Joe Biden?
Yeah, I actually don't think that's a lib take. I think that like I don't want my shit on government lists. So I think that checks out.
Government lists never go well.
But even if it's on like, why can just random people search that?
Can we look up vaccination statuses?
I think it's
Soon enough.
I think it's probably important to know big money donations for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying what is the harm in knowing small money donations?
I don't think it's a harm. I don't see a benefit either.
I just don't want to be hunted down by people.
Oh, well, you know what? That's happening in Armenia right now, I think. There's a little bit of a...
Oh, yeah. In Armenia, there's actually bombing going on and shit.
Yeah.
I think
they're fighting Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan has been bombing Armenia.
If you can... So the Armenian genocide occurred with the Turks, and they're like extremely paranoid of like a Turk, like their sort of biggest fear is to have a Turkish influenced government.
Yeah.
In Azerbaijan, I think is almost like a Turkish like puppet state. So that's what stems from a lot of it.
Okay.
I think that's a decent geopolitical.
Let it be known that Macrodosing is acknowledging the Armenian genocide.
Yeah.
That it happened.
Acknowledged.
Are you not taking a stance?
No, I'm saying no, acknowledging is taking a stance.
Oh, are there people who say it didn't?
A lot of people do still say that it never happened.
Got it.
Yeah.
Enos Freedom Cantor might be. Actually, I don't know enough about.
Yeah, I don't know about that belief system group.
So I won't
Sometimes
go out
I
on
go
that one. Do we have any more beef?
I was really hoping you were going to have donated to like 47 Democrats.
No.
How funny would it have been if we like?
Because you don't pay attention to what he says, Big T.
What if he like?
What do you mean?
He doesn't like Democrats.
Donating to a Trump super PAC
I've said it many times.
is popular.
Well, y'all say you don't like Democrats and then you vote for Democrats.
What would be the most
Bernie is
radical-
not a Democrat.
What would be the most
He
radical?
ran as a Democrat.
What
You
pol-
have to. This is why I say you don't listen.
What politician donating to would like cause like actual like if one of us had donated to like a Trump super PAC, I think that would be like okay, but you know that would like half the country did almost the same thing, but like
not half the country donated to a super PAC.
It'd be very funny to me if somebody in this room like actually like gave money to Donald Trump and was like, hey Don, I know you're hurting right now. Here's some of my money.
Yeah, that's why I think I've said on here before, like I don't think I'll ever donate to a political candidate.
yeah, they have,
Yeah.
well,
If they win, they win. Great. If they lose, whatever. I'm not spending my money on it. Y'all have millions.
You know what I think it was? It was probably one of those. I think I just finally got like enough text from Bernie where I finally eventually at the last minute was like,
Well,
fine.
you did it twice.
I did.
Back-to-back
I-
elections.
I did do it twice. Yes.
I'm trying to. Is there like a?
I like to imagine they texted you and they were like, would you like to recontribute your $250 donation? You're like, you know what? Let's throw another 20 in there.
I bet I know what that $20 is. I bet the $20 is that they have a box that you can check in some of these donation things. Sometimes it'd say like to cover the cost of the donation. So to cover the administrative fee that goes along with the donation, check this box. I bet you the second time I accidentally left a box checked. Usually I'm like, cover your own costs. That's on you.
Hey, man, just own it, man. It's all good, dog. Just own it.
Huh. I mean,
I'd also
it's just paying people's salaries a lot. That's why I think about a lot of these charities. Like a lot of that money goes to the organizers.
I'd like to walk something back here. So Enes Kanter has acknowledged the Armenian genocide recently. He even said that over the last few weeks I had a chance to meet several well-respected historians and scholars. It was eye-opening to learn more about Armenian genocide and face my own ignorance. So he kind of went against the Turkish government on that when he acknowledged. So shout out to Enes Freedom Kanter.
Yeah.
Well, he's anti-Turkey, right?
No.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
he hates the president.
people
He
like
hates
the government.
He hates certain people in the Turkish government.
On a lighter note, all my stuff for my Halloween costume is coming in.
Wait,
That is a lighter note.
Big
I like
T,
that.
how'd you spell your last name?
KNAPP.
So what'd you get?
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to lace up my chucks with fat laces. I'm going to be Phoenix from Valorant. He's a character from Valorant.
I love it. Apparently Arian is constantly grinding on Valorant.
Oh, I'll be grinding. Yeah, I'll be doing my thing. And my girl gonna be Sage from Valorant. So she's gonna be the girl Sage, and I'm gonna be Phoenix from Valorant.
I'm looking up a picture of Phoenix right now.
And I actually ordered a custom-made gun from Valorant, so that they have like certain skins. So like super cosplay right now. I'm finna get it in.
Does it actually shoot?
No, bro.
It's just a prop. I'm just saying, like, does it shoot like darts or something?
Walk around with kids on holidays with a loaded weapon. What the fuck?
Never know.
I think it's just wooden. I think it's just wooden and it's painted, but it looks like the actual AK.
I need to get a battle axe.
Of course, yes, I agree.
I've been thinking about this for a long time.
No, Billy's right. I've been saying that for years now.
I need to get a prop battle axe.
You're missing.
Billy needs a battle axe.
Your aesthetic is missing a battle axe big time.
I'm bringing it back. Make it back in style.
All right, do we have any more? What's the beef?
Everyone else is afraid of beef.
No one wants to beef, huh?
No one wants to beef. I liked that one beef though.
That was a good one. That was the best one we've had.
I
think that was good beef.
It's a good beef because it taught us something.
It did.
It taught us that we can search and see other people's donations. All right, since we don't have any more beef, since the listeners are a bunch of cowards and don't want to step to us, we're gonna bounce out here, and we will be back on Wednesday to record. It'll come out on Thursday. The Enron episode. Enron.
So I'll tweet. I did it last week, and people liked it. I'll tweet what we should know and what we can't miss about Enron. And our merch is out. So buy some merch.
The smartest guys in the room. Enron.
And watch the smartest guys in the room.
Watch that, and we're rocking the new macrodosing teas right now. We will see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.